Morning, everyone. As promised, we're going to have our favorite magazines video. So, I wouldn't really call this a review. These are just the magazines I have narrowed down to, magazines that work for me, that I haven't really had problems with. So I continue to use them. We'll cover PMAGs first. These, I believe, are both Gen 2s. One has the Magpul base on it. One has Ranger tab on it. No tilt followers, all polymer, no metal feed lips. Only issues I've ever had with PMAGs is a full 30 round load, sometimes flexing these feed lips out on the magazine and it not wanting to actually lock up. And a lot of people talk about close bolt 30 round load. I've never really had a problem with a 30 round magazine that it didn't flare these two lips on either side of the magazine. And like I said, I've only had an issue with a handful of PMAGs that have actually done that. The 20 round 7.62 by 51 mags, I had a lot of problems with that when I would load full capacity on. So good mags. I've got them in black, tan. These are those really hard to find. OD green with tan Magpul on it. Cool little ad. I don't even know if these guys are still making these Magpuls, because I think they just came out with the Gen 3 to go with that little nano tool. But if you can get your hand on these, they're awesome to work as a little tripod setup. We'll call it bipod, monopod. But they work exceptionally well for that purpose. And they're beefy. And the foot has a nice little rubberized feel to it if you're on a surface that's not textured. So, good mags. Usually have some PMAGs with me in my range bag. Staying with polymer, we have the venerable Lancer Systems magazines. Metal feed lips. I've never had an expansion problem with these. Loaded with 30 rounds. This is a translucent smoke black, something like that. It's cool. People like to be able to see the rounds that are in there. I don't really care. I got a good deal on these at Gun Mag Warehouse, or one of those places. So I bought a shitload of them and they're great. I like them a lot. We'll shift because I only use polymer 20 rounders. Don't tell the guys at Duramag, but I don't like the aesthetic of the angled 20 round mag for the metal. Say what you will. Good 20 round PMAG. I think this is also, these are the Gen 3s. So I do have some Gen 3s. I've got some Gen 2s as well. So pay close attention to that if you're looking to run any type of accessory plate off of these. I want to say Woomer at Vail Solutions has some +5 base plates or +6 base plates. Maybe not for the Gen 3s, but for the Gen 2s. So a small profile increase, still super reliable, and a nice little magazine. Again, 20 round Lancers. Again, it's a great magazine. It's got metal feed lips. I really like these. Haven't had any problems with them. And they look good in my recce. So that's why I run these two. Now, metal mag. I don't know who makes this mag. I have no idea because I've swapped the base plate out. It sucks ass, okay? I'm not real sure where I got it. I've no idea. I bought this in the Obama go to the guns show to find 30 round magazine scare. I think I paid $30 for this thing. because I couldn't find any online and I couldn't find any at the local gun shops. So the only reason I have this mag is because it has a spicy decal on it. Can't read it, but it says, "Don't Waco my Ruby Ridge." We sell these on our website. I did put no tilt followers in here from Magpul. It didn't help. Still sucks ass. So this is just for pictures. OK Industries SureFeed. Good magazine. I do have Ranger, we'll call them Ranger plates or tabs, whatever people want to call them, from Magpul on here. I have a handful of these. They're great. I really like them. Haven't had any issues. And with most metal mags, I have not seen any of the flare if you just load 30 rounds in these. So, like I said, I only saw that in some of the earlier PMAGs, but it has occurred before. Good magazine, reliable. The finish is pretty good. I've been able to beat some of it off, but you know, beat them up a little bit. They still look good. And then we'll do my favorite magazine, the boys at C Products or Duramag. Aesthetics, love it. Great, super reliable. Man, I give these dudes a lot of props with the way they run their social media and the way they're always pumping out new metal mags. I think they're working on a Glock mag right now if it hasn't already come out. But super happy with these. Again, I run a Magpul plate on these. I've actually damaged a base plate by social media operating and letting my mags drop for speed reloads. So it's nice to have these maybe keep my magazine from exploding on the ground. So of all of these, if I was to kind of throw one out, if we're talking metal, I go with the Duramag. Love this OD green color. I've got it in that color as well. And polymer, I've been liking the Lancer systems a lot, especially their 20 rounders, but I have no problems with the PMAGs. And I'm familiar with both of them. So I like them both. The lockup is super nice on all of these. Even this trash mag 20 rounder. Round Lancer. It's just so smooth. PMAG. PMAG. And again, these aren't loaded, so I shouldn't really have any issues with them. But that's it, guys. There are some other magazines out there. You don't see them on my table. You don't see them in my gun safe. You don't see them in my storage. Because I've used them. And I don't like them. And I've had problems with them. So that's it. Side note, I don't run Glocks, the PMAG Glock magazines either. Because I have had zero luck with them. I used them as training mags for a little while. I bought 20 of them. I ended up using 2 and sold all the other ones. So with my Glocks, I only use factory magazines. So there's that. So good. I like this one better. Maybe it's personal preference. I don't know. Good. I like this one better. Call it personal preference if you want. Maybe this one gives me a warm fuzzy because I've never had these lips expand on me before. But if I'm running this and I want to be able to shoot, see if I can get it to stay up. This table's not exactly flat. The Magpul is great. So it's a nice stable base if I want to wrap over and shoot. So nice little ad. I want to say a pack of 3 is like $15 or $20 or so. Don't short the things for sure, guys. And don't forget, these are expendable items. Magazines don't last forever. You could service magazines, which may come to that, especially if they start putting tax stamps on these fuckers, which they probably will. But magazines will die. Springs will fail. Bodies will start to degrade or splinter or crack. And you will have to fucking get rid of these things, okay? So don't forget that. Don't go out spending $60 on some red or green ones of these because they don't make them anymore. That shit doesn't make sense to me. So, you know, do you. That's all I got, man. If y'all got any questions, shoot me a DM. Slide in those DMs. And we'll give you a little bit of feedback on magazines. That's it. Thanks, guys. Having a good morning. Figured I'd talk about mags. Talk to you guys soon.